Hello everyone, Kyle here, and today we're checking out some Universe Sandbox. Have you ever laid outside at night and just looked up at the stars and thought to yourself, wow, isn't the universe a truly mind-blowing place? Isn't it beautiful and scary and terrible? Isn't it an endless abyss of infinite darkness? What are we, just a rock floating in space? What makes us so special compared to all the other space rocks? What if one of these other space rocks got jealous of us and decided to crash into us? Would we die? If not, how big would it need to be before we would die? Oh, friends, I'm here to answer this question and so much more. So let's begin. So when I say space rocks, I of course mean planets. So let's go ahead and throw every single planet in the solar system at the Earth and see what happens. And to make this whole thing a little bit more family friendly, instead of throwing a planet at the Earth, which is just all levels of scary and cruel, we'll send a friendly little pigeon crashing into the Earth with all the stats that the planets would have had. Isn't that way better? Now it's more like if Disney created the end of the world. Well, first of all, I'm gonna just send the pigeon as it is into the Earth, just as kind of the test one to see what happens. Oh wait, it just feels mean ending his life without naming him first. Let's give him a really nice name. Test subject 1. Okay, Mr. Pigeon, you're ready for takeoff. That's space jargon for say goodbye to your family because you're not gonna see them again. Speed it up a little bit. Oh, he's coming down near Madagascar. Oh, he hit Madagascar. Okay, well, I think that's a bit excessive for a pigeon hitting the Earth. But then again, I've never thrown a pigeon at the Earth before. Life likelihood 92.4%. Oh, something else just hit the Earth. I have no idea what that was, but another firework display for all of you. You're welcome. Now, because we want a fair test, we're going to have to reset the Earth after every collision. So it's a bit like we're destroying the Earth in a new dimension every time. Which is good because then we're not just picking on one dimension. We're bringing hell to all of them. The first real test we're going to be doing, I'd like to launch Pluto at the Earth because Pluto got a really raw deal and got kicked out of our solar system to become a dwarf planet. So all we need to do is give this little pigeon all the stats of Pluto and then send them to the Earth. So we literally just come into here, we take like the weight, density, there you go, that's made him get bigger. We'll even take the average temperature. Pigeon can be 3 days old. I'm quite against killing baby pigeons, but 3 days, he's had a good life. The only other thing we should probably change is what the pigeon is made up of, because being a keen bird watcher in London, I've seen many pigeons flying into trains and other moving objects. And it's always much more of a spectacular show if they have a belly full of things like nails, pins, and cutlery over pigeons that are fed on a pure seed diet. So there we go. Our pigeon is pretty much Pluto, just in pigeon form. So we're going to go ahead and name him Never Forget Pluto 2006. Let's see what happens to Pluto when it hits the Earth. Oh, here he goes. And he's impacted. Oh, well, life likelihood, things can still live on it. I mean, they are diminishing quite quickly, but the Earth similarity being 50% makes sense as we've wiped out 50% of the world. The whole of America's been split into, but that was bound to happen eventually anyway. So yeah, that's not good, is it? I also see that this whiteness is just spreading over the Earth more, and yeah, it's kind of turned into a weird fireball. I wonder what happens if we were to speed time along a bit. Life is still flourishing. Is that the right word? Probably not. Life is still there. 0.5% of life has survived. That's probably like a couple of octopus and maybe, I don't know, a chicken. I'm pretty sure most of humanity is dead. Is it a coincidence that Britain is the only one that survived? No, I don't think so, because turns out we're the safest place on the planet if a Pluto-sized pigeon ever hit the Earth. That's something to add to our tourism brochure, I guess. Oh, it's turning a nice healthy red colour now. Let's speed Earth along a bit more. Oh, now it's gone black. All in all, I think it's all right, and life likelihood is actually starting to grow now, as well as the Earth similarity. So it's only taken like a couple couple hundred years or so to start reforming the planet. Still don't understand what this mass void of white represents. Is the Earth just like a really cheap toy that if you scratch the surface, you can just see the white paint underneath? Let's speed us along. I want to see what it looks like once the color returns to the Earth's cheeks. Okay, so it looks like life has kind of paused at 10%, but the planet's Earth similarity is now at 96.6%. So if we slow things back down, you can see that the white has kind of been covered in, I don't know, I want to say ocean. It appears that the UK has been consumed, so maybe it's not actually the best place to live after all. And if you spin it a bit further in the future, most of South and North America is completely returned. The rest of the world, yeah, it's still just a vast wasteland. I'm really quite upset about Britain. I really thought it did well until it didn't. Right, I think it's time we shoot another planet into the Earth. And I guess the next one is going to be Mercury, which happens to be about a third of the size of Earth. Let's sort our child-friendly representative out first. Young Murky the turkey. It's a cool 143 degrees. It's also quite a slow-moving planet. This pigeon can be a bit older than last time. I felt bad. He's 7 days old. As for the composition, it's mainly just iron, silicate, and water. So yeah, I think Murky the turkey's ready to crash into the Earthy. So let's see what happens. I mean, immediately you can see the size difference. He is a big boy. Oh, he's hit Africa. Oh, the whole planet's gone white this time. This wasn't a very good one for the Earth, was it? It's kind of turned into a sun. Earth's similarity is down to 10%, but it's already increasing. However, the life likelihood is decreasing. There is still a 0.06% likelihood of life, so I would imagine at the moment, down on this hellscape, someone like me is probably alive, just hating absolutely everything as usual. Yeah, this is much better than what Earth normally is though, isn't it? Right, let's speed it along a bit, see what happens. Got the red hue, the dark hue, and the Earth similarity is regaining. Let's speed it along by a couple of years even. Get the Earth similarity back up to 100% or as close to as we can. Life likelihood is increasing. More people are coming. I'm getting some visitors. Maybe I'm repopulating. But the Earth similarity has gone all the way back up to almost 100%. Life likelihood is capped out at about 76%. So let's slow this wildebeest down and see what's happening. So we've got a very blue planet, which is kind of what people call our planet. I always thought the name was a bit misleading because there was land. Well, now it appears there is absolutely no land. Oh wait, no, is that some land right there? We are all living right there. Oh, is this another bit of land or is that just a cloud? Can't really tell. Could be a cloud. All in all, somehow it survived. Again, let's hit it with something bigger. Next up on our planet world tour, we have none other than Mars, which happens to be about half the size of our planet. Just have to turn our pigeon into Mars now. And we are, of course, going to call him Mars Rooster. The density has jumped right up. Oh, Mars is minus 103 Celsius. I can see now why people want to move there. It seems like a very lovely place to live. Speed is a reasonable 3.3, which is still faster than our pigeon was going. This pigeon's going to be 9 months old, which I guess is quite old for a pigeon. I'm not really sure. Don't know what their average lifespan is, but in London it's about 3 hours. So composition wise, Mars is made up of iron, silicate, argon, oxygen, carbon dioxide, water and nitrogen. So that's quite a lot of things really, isn't it? I like that while we're shooting pigeons into our planet, we're also learning. There we go, we've made our pigeon planet. Get rid of the original Mars, make way for the real Mars. Slow time down a bit. He's going at it and he's about to make impact in the ocean. There we go. That was a good impact. It's mainly just a massive fireball this time. So we can see that 0.06% of life could still have survived, which is actually a little bit more than the previous one. So I guess the ingredients of the previous planet were a bit more dangerous than the ingredients of the Mars planet. That's something to think about, isn't it? If you want to make a cake out of a planet, use Mars. Right, let's speed this along by years at a time. There we go. So we're going to be time traveling hundreds of years into the future. So the Earth's similarity is still going up. 92, 93, 94. The life likelihood is returning. So it seems to have capped out at about 88%. So let's slow things down and have a look-see. So this time, yep, it's pretty blue again. It's another water world. Looks like the dolphins are in for a treat. We do have that little palm island just here. I'm starting inclined to think it might be a glitch. This time it has kind of left a dirtiness around the planet. You know, that was bound to happen eventually. Our planet does stink a little bit. But anyway, let's move on to the next planet. Next up on our list, we have none other than Venus, which is a fairly big planet, really. Oh, I've just merged it inside of it straight away. That was not the intention. I've knocked it out of the solar system. Okay, that was an accident. We've just played pool with the Earth. Weirdly enough, the Earth in general didn't actually look too bad. Life is still existing. We're just kind of not in the solar system anymore. Maybe we'll start a solar system of our own. Maybe we're done with you. That's what you get for kicking Pluto out, hey? I mean, the planet's looking all right. The average temperature is to -60. Okay, so we've turned into an ice planet now, but we're still going. We're off to find some other ice planets to hang around with. All right, let's try that again, Venus. This time, don't just pop into the Earth, please. You're ruining science for all of us. Right, let's turn our pigeon into Venus. Venus, by the way, is only slightly smaller than the Earth, so it should make for quite an interesting crash. The surface temperature is a cool 8 degrees. I think I would enjoy that. No, wait, I'm on the pigeon. The pigeon's temperature is a cool 8 degrees. So it turns out I wouldn't mind living on the pigeon. Venus, however, is a cool 422 degrees Celsius, which I'm slightly against as a temperature. It's also moving slower than the other planets, probably because it's a bit bigger. Or maybe it's only got its learner's permit. Who knows? Right, over on the composition, Venus is made up of a lot of interesting things this time. I mean, that sulfur dioxide sounds quite nice. I wouldn't mind having a bathtub of that. Carbon dioxide, would love to get a lung full of carbon dioxide as well. Water, don't really care for it. Fish piss in it. Right, we'll call you Venus because I really could not think of anything else. Please, someone, give me a better name than Venus. Anyway, it was a white color, so I'm going to play with the tint a little bit. I should have redone the red for Mars, but you know what? Too late, really. I'm not going back. That's all there is to it. Right then, Venus, please crash into the Earth in such a way that we all go, oh wow, I would love to see Venus hit into the Earth more often. Well, the others have been lame up until now, but you, Venus, oh, you could do it again if you wanted. Right, he's getting close. He's going for South America. Oh, impact. He's been consumed by the Earth. He's merged in it. It was like a chicken going back inside of its egg, wasn't it? The Earth is looking very white again. It has literally taken on the form of Venus now. The likelihood of life is still a 0.6%, but it is dropping this time, so that's not good. It's down to 0.5. Let's see, is it going to continue dropping? 0.4. Looks like I might have died this time. Maybe just like my left leg is still around. It's still dropping. This isn't good for Earth. We might have actually killed it this time. 0.3. I don't remember this horrible orange color before. Only hours at a time and it's still going down. 0.2. Just my toes left. It's giving this like weird white aura as well as the red now. This has certainly not happened before. 0.1. I like that the Earth similarity is still a 4.5 though. I mean, I think even on a bad hair day, Earth doesn't look like this. 0.0087. I'm not sure Earth can recover from this one. 6, 3. And we have destroyed the planet. Absolute zero. Nothing is alive on the planet anymore. Venus has wiped out all life on Earth. Let's speed along now into the future a bit and see if it has a chance to recover. I don't think the Earth is recovering any more than this. So what we are left with is a pool ball with a lovely glow to it. Cool. So life is dead. But that's not all. We're going to do another planet because there's still planets to be shot into our planet. Venus was a lovely concoction though of pure death. The next planet in our list of planets would actually be Earth, which funnily enough is the size of Earth. But given that it's a planet, we're going to be shooting Earth into Earth anyway, which is just fun for everyone because now everyone gets to die twice. Right, let's make Earth Pigeon then. Tell us your stats, Earth Pigeon. You're denser than I am, which is hard to believe. The average temperature is 7.51 degrees, which isn't actually that bad. And you're moving at a cool 1.2 kilometers per second, which is actually slower than the pigeon. Earth, you are slower than a pigeon. This pigeon's going to be 13 minutes old. We're going to call him Krusty because you know, like the Earth has a crust and all that. You don't get it. Don't worry. And the Earth is made up of all these lovely ingredients. So let's copy them over. So there we are. He has all the traits of the Earth now. I guess the last thing we can do is give him a lovely blue color. I am colorblind, so I don't know. Is this blue? There we go. He's possibly blue. Right, Krusty, it's time to get musty. I want to see you hit into the Earth and make it spectacular. Speed you up a bit. You're moving quite slow, really. There we go. Oh, is that your home? Guess what, Earth? Here comes Earth 2.0, the superior Earth. Boom! Oh my god, it just ate it. Wow. Krusty, you just ate the Earth. Wow. Maybe he's now going to orbit the sun? Let's find out. Yes, he is. Look, Krusty has legitimately just taken over the Earth. Now he's orbiting the sun. Badly, mind you, but he's still trying, bless him. He's kind of going in a bit of a wonky circle, but, you know, he's a pigeon. I doubt he even knows what a circle is, so give him that. If we speed up, what happens? I swear he's getting closer and closer to Venus. I guess if we live on Krusty now, we'll be all right. Is there life on Krusty? No, there's no life on Krusty. Life likelihood is 0%, despite the similarities being very close. So, Krusty, you are like an Earth, only we do not want to live on you. That could be because you're not rotating. Yeah, let's just say it's because you're not rotating. Maybe you're just cooking one side a bit unevenly, and it's making the rest of the planets upset. Right, next up, we have Neptune. No. Which, it's just smaller than Uranus. Uranus. It's just smaller than Uranus, and Uranus is about 4 times the size of Earth, so I guess this is like 3.8. Anyway, the important thing is, what does it look like when it crashes into our glorious planet? Let us find out. Let me zoom in on our pigeon. Whoa, there he is. Right, pigeon, we're copying Neptune today. There you are, you big boy. Average temperature is a cool minus 227 degrees. I could live with that. Moves quite quickly compared to other planets, and its age is 13 seconds. This pigeon has been alive for 13 seconds. Composition wise, is made up of all this lovely stuff. Got a lot of ammonia on that planet. That's quite fun. Methane. They've got all the fun gases. Helium. You'd sound funny when you're dying if you were on the planet. And some hydrogen. What a delicious combination of stuff. Right, you're kind of, I want to color match, but I really can't. There, I think. Don't judge me, people. I think that's close enough. Okay, we're going to rename Neptune now to Nipple Tunes, because I just think it's an easier name to remember, really. Nipple Tunes. It's like iTunes, but for your nipples. Right then, let's see what happens with this planet crashing into our glorious motherland. Bum, 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 bum. Earth, how do you feel about this one? It's bigger than you. Oh, there's been a collision already. It's just been consumed by Nipple Tunes. Nipple Tunes has consumed the planet. He's taken over as well now. Yeah, there's something grossly wrong with this simulation, in that when the pigeons consume the planet, they just pretend to be it. They're like, no one's gonna notice that Earth no longer exists as long as I fly around the planets like this. Well, thank you, Nipple Tunes, for ruining yet another experiment. I kind of get the impression that if we go bigger, it's just gonna have the same impact, so maybe let's not bother. Only joking. I'm not going to give up on that. Instead, I've created Poopiter, which just happens to be a jump up all the way to Jupiter's size. He moves at a cool 30 kilometers a second, which is quite a lot for any of the planets we've seen so far. The temperature's minus 164, and he's only made up of silicate, helium, and hydrogen on this, so let's see what happens. I'm pretty sure, though, the Earth is about to get consumed once more, because Poopiter happens to be 11 times the size of Earth. So let's see what happens when he comes. Thought maybe we could have it from the Earth's point of view this time. Here he comes, space pigeon. Oh, look at the size of it compared to our poor Earth. Oh, please go back to where you came from. Oh, that's the Earth gone. It's been obliterated again. Oh, look, it's left like a weird pattern here. I don't know what's going on there. Is it like a space snowflake, maybe? Something magical? Oh, it's consuming the pigeon. Is the pigeon broken. We might have just broke the pigeon. Jupiter has places to go. Doesn't have time to be in our solar system, so it's off. It's going out to space to do its own thing. I don't think it's ever going to come back. Let's speed time up. Nope. Goodbye, Jupiter. It's been lovely knowing you. I will, of course, miss you a great deal. Now, we've tested all the planets and size of order. Turns out we're screwed with pretty much most of them. But what we haven't tested is, and this is a big one, what if we shot the whole solar system into our planet? That'll be an interesting one to figure out, won't it? So what we want to do is if we take, say, our lovely planet Earth, the one and only, and we make it still, and we put it just out of range of all the planets. So, you know, let's say just here. Now, if we unpause it, you can see things are still going the way they should be going. In fact, we are getting pulled towards the sun. But we don't want that, do we? The sun's not in control of us. We are in control of the sun. So let's up our mass to bigger than the sun. And straight away, you can see we've already caused some problems over here because the sun started to come towards us. There we go. We'll up the mass again. That's 30 times. What is this? Check out the light show that we've created. Let's lower the density so we get even bigger. There we go. Yep, that's made Neptune do a U-turn. Neptune's like, you know what? I don't need the sun anymore. I'm going for that new one. That Earth that has the disco lights. That looks way better. Pluto's coming. I hope Pluto lives. Neptune's on its way. Are we getting any others yet? I think we might need to grow a bit bigger. Should we try the mass times 2 more? Oh, there we go. There we go. Look at this. Oh, we are sucking all the universe in. Come to the light show. Come to the disco. Oh, that one's lived. It's just like done a little boomerang effect. Oh, look at them all. Jupiter, the sun's coming. There goes Jupiter. Oh, it's just past us. Some of them are managing to pass us. Oh, we've just eaten the sun. We just consumed the sun. Some of them are managing to like ping themselves back off into space. But we're not going to allow them to get away. We're going to up our mass even more. We are going to be the biggest mass anyone has ever massed. Oh, look at that. We've got them all turning around thinking twice about what they're doing. Mars is still getting away. Don't let Mars get away. Let's lower the density. Oh, that's good. Look at the shapes. Mars is coming back. It's like, oh God, do I have to? Oh, not again. Tastes nice. Mercury is really beelining it for the exit. So we are like bigger than the galaxy now. I don't know what I've done. The light show's getting bigger. There we go. There we go. We're sucking it all in. Mercury, you're not getting away either. Is Mercury coming back? Yes, it is. We've even managed to change Mercury's mind. Oh, we've eaten everything. Oh, we've just turned into a black hole. Now we are. Oh, God. Oh, this is starting to hurt my eyes. I need to put a strobe warning on the video. Strobe warning, people. Don't look at it. If we shoot suns into a black hole, they just disappear. What happens if you shoot a black hole into a black hole? Not a lot either. We might be making the black hole bigger. Yeah, well, that was good. Well, I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. I hope it's been really educational and taught you a lot about the universe because, quite frankly, everything I've said is pretty untrue. Anyway, until next time, toodaloo. Space banana.